This is the second battle between me and Diplomatt in the Milk and Cookies Total War Finals. It's best of 5, so there's all the potential in the world for a lot of games. I'm commanding Iceni and Diplomatt is commanding Armenia. I believe I picked Rome and Iceni on Nemetocenna. Diplomatt picked the map, he picked Armenia, Parthia. I banned Parthia, of course. I believe he banned Rome, and then we were left with Iceni versus Armenia. So arguably, we were left with the weaker of the picks. But I'm very confident in Iceni's ability to take on Armenia. I have experimented a lot with Iceni, and I haven't lost yet with this particular build against Armenia. It consists of, let's just pause it here for a while. It consists of 6 Chosen Sword Band. These are great for engaging Axemen. Then it consists of 5 Levy Freemen, and these are, as you all know, the best units in the game. Then we have 3 Chosen Spear Band. The job of the Chosen Spear Band is to rush into cavalry engagements with cavalry counter tactics and absolutely wreck any Eastern cataphracts. Then we have the Veteran Riders. I have 5 Veteran Riders. These are not as good as Heavy Horse. They are lacking in the armor department, but they will be very useful in the late game for taking care of Eastern archers. So the point of these guys is not to rush in and act as a sort of a first frontal YOLO charge. The point of these guys is simply to be sure that I have enough cavalry left to engage skirmishers, and then to stop enemy cavalry for a while. They will lose, but just stop them for a while. Now, Diplomatt brought the type of army that I expected him to bring, fortunately. He has a front line consisting of Persian hoplites. He has a total of 5 Persian hoplites. Then he has 4 Eastern archers. He has 2 horse archers and 1 armored horse archer. For cavalry, he has Persian cavalry, Eastern cataphracts, Persian cavalry, Eastern cataphracts, noble blood, Persian cavalry, royal cataphract general. I'm going to start doing the usual, move up my army towards him, start screening his horse archers with my levy freemen. So I think he has fire at will turned off, which is, no, he has it on here, or maybe he has it on, these guys. I managed to get into the armored horse archers with a few javelin volleys. They are going to lose a few men. The levy freemen lost a few men as well. But overall, this is not the best engagement for the armored horse archers, but they did manage to make it through, and now they're going to be able to start firing at my veteran riders. So I'm going to pull away my veteran riders, pull some more Chosen Spear Band and Levy Freemen back to screen away the horse archers. The horse archers are missing at the moment, but since they are faster than my veteran riders, they're going to be able to catch up, and I don't want to take too much damage just yet, so I'm going to pull my Levy Freemen back here to screen a bit easier with because these guys are too far away now to be screening. So I haven't lost any veteran riders yet. These Levy Freemen are moving in to start screening. They are taking fire, which is great. I'm going to move all of my cavalry off to the side, so they're as far away from the horse archers as possible. Then I'm just going to move them back in when it's safe to do so. So now it's safer to do so because I'm screening with my Levy Freemen. So I'm going to move my cavalry back. And I'm out of range of the Eastern archers, and this is why I can afford to take my sweet time in setting up here, because the initial plan was to simply rush, but then I wanted to have these Levy Freemen to screen away the horse archers. And now I'm going to start pushing in the center. So I'm going to start moving into range of the Eastern archers fairly soon. So now I need to engage, or I want to engage. I want to finish this. So I'm pushing up my veteran riders. This is mainly just to push away the Eastern archers. I have no intention of pushing through here and wasting my veteran riders against these Eastern cataphracts. And as you can see, this has made him turn around his Eastern cataphracts and his Persian hoplites. Now I'm pushing my cavalry way to the back so that he'll feel confident in engaging. I have multiple lines of infantry here and always Chosen Spear in the second line. So since there are no Eastern... I'll just pause it here. Since there are no carry an Axeman or Axeman on the field. What I'm going to use these chosen swordband for is I'm going to use them to blunt the charge of the Eastern Cataphracts. Then I'm going to pile in the second line infantry, like the chosen spearband and the levy freemen, to just take care of any enemy cavalry. So we'll see how it works. Persian cavalry coming in, second line, rushing in against the Persian cavalry. The Persian cavalry is starting to drop. Over here, the Eastern Cataphracts got a great charge. I didn't have a follow-up. The Noble Blood Cavalry got into my men over here, but they are also taking significant casualties. And now I'm able to move into the Persian Hoplites. The Persian Hoplites are not going to be able to hold for long against this. So the Persian Cavalry and Eastern Cataphracts, they lost a few men doing this. Levy Freeman volley against the Persian Cavalry. There we go. Not the best volley, it didn't really lose anything. And they're going to get a great charge on these Levy Freemen. So underperforming Levy Freeman there for once. Sending in my veteran riders with frenzy charge against the Royal Cataphracts. They're going to lose horribly, but I just wanted to stop this Royal Cataphract from getting any rear charges at the moment. Same story over here. Eastern Cataphracts, my Levy Freemen are getting charged by Persian cavalry, but it's great that they're keeping them, screening them away from the battle for some time at least. The Armored Horse Archers taking more damage from the Levy Freemen. And it's only a matter of time before I break through in the center here. I mean, there's just no way the Persian cavalry and the Persian Hoplites are going to be able to hold back my massive blob here. And I do get blobbed up significantly, so this is not a super effective engagement by me, but I have such a comfortable advantage in numbers that I feel I can afford doing so, as long as I save my a few horse units left for the Eastern Archers. So here, a unit of Eastern Cataphracts in combat with veteran riders and chosen sword band. It's losing the current combat decisively, so that's good. Over here, the Persian Hoplites are getting stopped by chosen sword band. I'm turning around and giving these Royal Cataphracts a charge with my veteran riders. Now keep in mind that this Royal Cataphract has already destroyed a unit of veteran riders, and it's going to destroy this unit of veteran riders as well. Unit of chosen spearband fighting the Noble Blood. The Noble Blood is going to lose here, and I'm going to start chasing away the skirmishers with my chosen swordband. Persian cavalry is getting in there, but it's taking significant friendly fire. My veteran riders are going to be able to make it into these Eastern Archers, and the Hoplite line of Armenia is basically gone at this point. Here we're having Miss Micro by both me and Diplomatt. These guys are having a standoff, just looking at each other. Now the Persian cavalry got a nice rear charge on these units, got some very nice kills there, but it's just not enough. There were cavalry, spears, and chosen swords in this mix. So they're going to, again, they're going to get a good charge on my chosen sword band. But the Persian cavalry is just so fragile that any return damage against this Persian cavalry is going to absolutely wreck them. Here we have an Eastern Cataphract in combat with my heroic rider general. The Eastern Cataphracts are going to lose, especially when the chosen sword band rushes in. So now Diplomatt has his general, a few Eastern Archers left, this unit of Armored Horse Archers, Persian cavalry, and this unit of Horse Archers. And at some point around here he calls GG, but we continue to play anyway. Now there are divided opinions on, some people would say that if a person calls a GG, that is conceding defeat and he should end the game. The victory should go to the other person in case he continues. And I kind of see that line of argument, because if you call GG and basically say, well, the game's over for me, and then you use that to get an advantage, then that is not really good sportsmanship. On the other hand, some people say GG when they have a clear advantage, like, thanks for the game, I'm probably going to win this. So it's a matter of opinion. I've certainly lost several games where the opponent calls GG, and then I'm thinking, okay, so the game is over, and then the opponent continues while I'm not really doing anything. So I've at least learned to continue to play, although the opponent says GG or says, well, you won, or something like that. So we're just continuing to play here, and I'm using these chosen sword band. They're taking massive fire now. They're going to die and rout at any time, but I'm just going to use them to screen a bit, take some damage while I consolidate my forces over here. I have so much left. that I can afford to lose a few units of Chosen Sword. He has a unit of Persian cavalry, and his Royal Cataphract General is doing okay, has taken 12 casualties. And these Eastern Archers are finally starting to rack up the kills. Screening away a Horse Archer with my Levy Freeman over here. I can just fast forward here because you can see how this is going to. And Chosen Swordband taking so much damage but baiting so many volleys of arrow fire. It's a good job by them. The Royal Cataphract charging in, finishing off the Chosen Swords, and now I just need to consolidate my position over here. Create multiple lines of both infantry and cavalry, so that if the Cataphract decides to charge in, there will always be a second line available to throw javelins and to countercharge. Now it's just a matter of starting to surround. I want to keep my cavalry safe, keep it on the opposite side of Diplomat's cavalry, so he can't really stop it with anything. The Chosen Swordband getting hammered, but here you can see the Royal Cataphracts. They're charging into one line of infantry, then the second line of infantry is going to move in. Because the Royal Cataphracts take a long time in disengaging, so javelins incoming from all sides against the Royal Cataphracts, they're dropping super quickly. These Levy Freemen are being useful in pushing away the Eastern Archers at the side here. I don't want to commit my cavalry just yet, taking some fire on them, so I'm just going to pull them away. It would be disastrous if by some freak accident my general was to die at this point, so realistically it shouldn't happen when I have 53 men remaining in the unit, but just to be safe I'm going to pull my general away and chase away his Eastern Archers. His Royal Cataphract General is going to move into the blob again, and he's going to get javelins in the face, but Diplomat concedes. So I'm up 2-0 in this series. In this game I basically just rushed and saved some cavalry for taking care of the Eastern Archers, and that usually works against a build like this, because although his Royal Cataphracts Persian cavalry did a lot of damage, it's just not enough against. I deployed 2,040 men, he deployed 1,500, so it's just not enough. And it was funny watching the stream with the Prussian Prince and Achilles, because they seemed to think I made a mistake when I didn't engage with my veteran riders in the beginning, since I pulled my veteran riders away. But it can always be argued what would be the most effective course of action in that case, but I wanted to save my veteran riders for the late game, for stopping enemy cavalry units. And you can see how quickly the Eastern Cataphracts did basically nothing, and the Persian cavalry also took significant casualties, so did the Noble Blood cavalry. So pulling the cavalry in by pulling my cavalry away and then pulling it into multiple lines of these units was fairly effective in dealing with them. Now what I had left at the end there was a Chosen Swordband, Levy Freeman, some Chosen Spears, another Chosen Sword, Heroic Riders, and some Veteran Riders. So I didn't have... I had a lot left sort of for the late game, but then he had cavalry left and skirmishers, so he was able to do a lot of damage and take care of isolated units. But overall, Iceni is not the strongest faction in the game, but against Armenia, the recipe for dealing with Armenia is going to be swords to take care of the axes, cavalry to take care of the skirmishers, and spears to take care of the cavalry, and that usually works out pretty well if you're being conservative with your cavalry. You don't allow your cavalry, like I wasted 2 cavalry units by going up against the Royal Cataphracts for sure, but that was to stop the Royal Cataphracts from getting devastating rear charges, so I think that was worth it. But wasting all of the cavalry against Armenia is of course disastrous, because even this amount of swords and spears is going to have problems with cycle charging Persian and Eastern Cataphract. So now I just need to win one more game, since this is a best of 5. We'll see how that goes in game number 3. Strength and honor.